Right, morning. Looking sharp. I'm on my way. Got an interview. So just to clarify a few things, because let me just bring some understanding. One is, we just put 40 quid in a Range Rover and it's made like no difference at all. So wish me luck. Got big interview today. Man's trying to earn 6 figures as a lecturer. So let's see. Anyway, because it's all about business. So I'm a lecturer in business, so that's where we're going. Anyway, these are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm on my way to an interview, and I thought I'd use this time to respond. So when I was talking about, remember, I'm thinking, how can we change the economy? How can we go from 0.01% to 1, 2, 3, 4% growth? How can we do that? One of the ways to do it is to get people working. If there's I don't know what the figures are, 3 million people unemployed. If you could get 1/3 of those people working in some description, there's over 1.1 million jobs, whatever that job is and wherever that job is. Those jobs are available. Now, recruiters, it's got to be a whole country effort. Recruiters are horrific. They're absolutely horrific because it's jobs for the boys a lot of the time. So they make people jump through loads of hoops. But that's because of European law and legislation and all that type of thing, which I get. But let companies be honest. Or the rules are, all companies have to go to open days, have to go to colleges, universities, and they have to go and basically recruit or interview there and then. Forget all this bloody CV and all this. It's so annoying because so much effort is wasted on all parts. Whereas if you just do a recruitment day and say, if you have this, come to the recruitment day, we'll put your lunch on for you, whatever it is, then the people who come are people who want the job. Yeah, you might get some wasters, or you might get some people who have got absolutely no chance of getting that job, but it changes the dynamic. And it's something else that I was really passionate about talking about, and that is about changing the dynamic. And if we always look to maintain the standard that we already have, we will never move forward. So my brother, who I love with all my heart, not like this woman who's driving really slow in front of me, my brother who I love, says, and he made a valid point, teachers are already pulled to the absolute limit. Now, yes, they are. However, if you outsourced all marking, that creates jobs. Why is that all hazy? Why is that all? Is that just because there's where the sun is? I need to get rid of this woman in this Renault Capture. She's annoying. That would save teachers so much time if we knuckle down on pupil behaviour. So instead of teachers spending ages writing reports, go man! Instead of teachers writing reports on bloody classroom management and behavioural issues, and instead could focus on the teaching, then you could spread out the teaching day. And like I said, PE in the morning, after school clubs, so that the educational day ends at 5 or 5:15 or whatever it is. That would allow so many thousands, hundreds of thousands of people back into work. I need to get the sun out. The sun is just shining. Back into work. That would, and that's what I mean about you need to almost blow up the system. We need to change in the same way. And I was talking the other day about people who have transformed their what is this car doing? Absolute tool. Like, you know, I say like Goldie, LTJ Bookham, they absolutely took and changed the music that they were part of into a different stratosphere. Richard Branson changed business. Sir Alan Sugar changed business. Yeah. Unless we do something drastic, we're never going to get into the solid percents. We're never going to get there. You know, I was teaching yesterday. One pupil said, I really want to work on an oil rig, 150 grand. I said, that's brilliant. I said, that's absolutely brilliant. And I'm so happy that you've got that ambition. I says, but you know, it's hard, dangerous work. It's away for 3-6 months of the year, away from your family. I never thought of that. So what did you think it was? You don't just live. If you're out on a rig, you're out on a rig for whatever the period of time. You get helicoptered in, you get shipped in. It's a tough life. That's why it pays so much money. You know, being an engineer, these are absolutely phenomenal jobs, and I want more British people to do that all around the world. And that's another way to transform our economy. The reason why we had so much growth in the 80s and 90s was because we were shipping people out. We were the pioneers of construction around the world. Now we're not. So why aren't we? Why aren't 2.5 million people not leaving, but working abroad, yeah, for 6 months of the year, what they used to be? You know, because it's well, why would you? You know, we've taken away low cost labour. We've taken it away. Why? Why would you take it away? And I tell you, one of the reasons why we've made it too. People don't talk to me about immigrants coming in, illegal immigrants coming in, taking your jobs. Those jobs are available. The reason why you don't want those jobs is because it's too easy to do the alternative, which is nothing, and whinge and moan. I applaud hard work. Now, you could be unemployed but be working really hard to be employed, which is why I think there should be open days whenever there's a role. So, for example, Aldi, instead of just saying, oh, here's the recruitment, it's just laziness. It is laziness, and the reason why that laziness is allowed is because you adhere to a system that's already there, but it's a system that's broken. You got people that can't even write CVs, and you're saying, oh, you know, let's teach them to write CV. It's just another thing to do. No, just do an open day with proficiency tests. And at the end of the day, they get a yes or a no, they get a certificate, and they can go to the next one and the next one. And every time they go to the next one and the next one, they get better and then they get better and they get better, and then they land a job. Do open days. Stop wasting your time with all this, oh, sending your CV. Utter rubbish. We've got to change the system. We've got to change how it works. We've got to do open days. We've got to do recruitment drives. We got to do all these things, yeah, and change from the norm if you really want to get people into work, because the jobs are out there. How can there be a million vacancies? How can there be a million vacancies right now, right, and over 1 million people unemployed? I get it. We can talk as much as we want about the school day, so people purposely don't work because obviously they've got to pick their kids up. Yeah. So you ask yourself. So I said this when I was at the DWP. I said this. Why don't we do this then? So if you're claiming universal credits, you have to pretty much go. You can't just claim and then say that you've applied for 5 jobs in 2 weeks. You have to actually go to college. You have to actually go to an employer. The government has an apprentice scheme, and that apprentice isn't just for 16 to 18 year olds. It's for absolutely any age, and you get paid minimum wage to do it. The only catch is that you've got to find the employer. So you can go to any employer and ask if they will take you on as an apprenticeship, and the government pay you. You know, and this is the thing. I was getting so many people onto the apprentice scheme because what's your alternative? You're not gonna. Some people are motivated and will apply for those 5 jobs in 2 weeks. A lot of people won't. So don't leave them. Don't allow them. Don't allow them. There's a commitment. When you claim universal commitment. When you claim universal credit, there's a commitment for you to be looking for work. It's a joke. It's a joke of a commitment. It's not upheld because a lot of the work coaches are afraid to have robust conversations. Unlike me, or unlike I was. You can't even see me. All you can see is sunlight. So anyway, my point is, guys, to change the economy, we've got to do something drastic. The Labour Party, Keir Starmer, needs to really open his eyes and do something drastic. Wake up, smell the coffee, and see that these things don't work. Just because that's how they've been for 100 years doesn't mean it's how it needs to be for the next 10 years. That's it. Like and subscribe, guys, if you can even see me.